Hi there, thanks for joining me. Welcome to the garage. This is where a lot of the videos take place. If you follow the channel, you'll know that already. This video is all about me, bizarrely. How am I making a living from YouTube? That's the first thing. How did I do it? I'm 51 years old. Never ever dreamt that I'd be doing anything like this. Had a regular job and yet managed to somehow create a YouTube channel that people want to watch. It's just past 26 million views, and it's where I make my money. It's how I make my living. I can't believe it. I've gone from a regular job, working shifts, to, yeah, being able to actually live off the YouTube. This is how I've done it, and this is my story. So going right back to the beginning, how did I start off? My first job was when I was 14. I worked in a little motor shop, Zora Autos, in the back room, clearing all the rubbish, sweeping up, stacking car parts. This was a car auto parts shop. So I was cleaning brake cables and batteries, stacking them on the shelves, replenishing stock and stuff like that. It was a good job, £1 an hour, but it got me into the motor trade, got me a little bit of a background into how cars work and what sort of things go wrong on them. Obviously, then when you get your first car, you go like, oh, do you know, yeah, Zora's, let's get the parts, the bits and bobs. When I finished at school, I went into the motor trade. I got my first apprenticeship YTS scheme at Trinity Volvo, which was a main dealers. My dad had a Volvo. Volvos for our family. My granddad, he had some of the first Volvos in Leicestershire. He owned a timber yard down in Essex Road, right in the city centre. Which is where kind of another bit of my background comes from. My dad, my old man, he reckons that I faff about a lot. What do you think? Well, you gotta have a laugh at you. You gotta laugh about it. Keep going. Come on. This is my dad. He's good at it. He's come and give me a hand, chopping some bits of metal up, and you're a retired chipper. But what a great chipper he is. The kitchen's galore, isn't it, eh? So when I get these oak tops in, guess who's gonna come and give me a hand? A carpenter fitted kitchens, made kitchens, and I helped him every now and again. We'd do a bit in the workshop, doing bits and pieces. And he could do everything. He was electrics, plumbing, you name it, all that kind of stuff. Really good building. We built a little workshop for him. We did that together. So yeah, I learned a lot from my dad. So my background, like I say, motor trade, right at the beginning, did my apprenticeship, and also what my dad was doing, he was doing bits and pieces, and the family sort of was in carpentry and wood. My first job, which was the apprenticeship, like I was saying, at Trinity Volvo, it then got sold out to a Heritage Volvo. And while I was there, I was going through college, Charles Keane and LATEC. These were like big colleges in Leicester. I got picked out with a group of other lads as well. We did the National Junior Mechanics Competition, which was an absolute delight. All 5 of us, we went off, did this competition. Steve Yardley is the captain. He was the teacher, the lecturer, a good friend. And Gary Sleeth, who unfortunately is not with us anymore, he passed away. But great guys, really, really good guys. And that gave us a leapfrog. Doing this competition, we won it. We came first, National Junior Mechanics Competition. We won it. It's a national competition. It was a really big thing at the time. It was, yeah, absolutely amazing. But it gave us a springboard then. I went off and did some more competitions. I did Skills Olympics, represented the Midlands. I came second in the country. So this was a national competition. Mechanics, like, you were battling it out in a big arena, doing jobs, set specific tasks and fault finding and stuff. I say, it was amazing. It was really, really good. Loved it. And going from that, I moved over to Honda dealerships. Finished my sort of apprenticeship year at a main dealer's, Gerard Honda in town. And that place was just amazing. Yeah, Hondas were a different breed. Going from Volvos to Hondas, the Hondas were just technology, the technology and the reliability, they were just a delight to work on. And they were quick. I mean, I cut my teeth on the stuff like the old CRXs, the Civic VTECs. Just what the technology going on back then was amazing. And we had some great cars, some really good driving experiences. NSX, we worked and I drove the NSX. We had stuff like the Nissan 3000, ZX Twin Turbo. Just, you know, absolutely a 19-year-old lad launching those around the town. It was absolutely loved it. So yeah, we had some fantastic times. And when I was at Honda, that's where my kind of name came from, Anton.
So there was a guy there, one of the mechanics, Bhagwanji Dave, who was Indian, I think, or something like that. Bless him, he's a pidgin English. He wasn't brilliant in his English, but he used to call me Anton One. Because of the competitions that I was doing well and all that sort of thing, like, oh, Anton One, you know. So anyway, that's where Anton came from, Anton One. Which then brings me on to my next job. I went from Honda over to, well, I went back to Heritage just for a short spell. Then I ended up leaving there and going to BMW. I worked for Sittner's, which is the main BMW dealers in Leicester. So I did about 6 months there. Wasn't the best garage. It was okay, but it was money and the bonus schemes and everything. It was really hard to work. You know, you were getting some massive jobs in there, stripping down the V8s with bore wash problems and that, which was big jobs. And you didn't get a lot of time to do it, so it was hard to get your money up. My passion from doing the competitions, the final of one of the competitions was held at the AA's training centre in Widmerpool Automobile Association. And right from that moment, I really wanted that. And at the time, one of the managers there was working. She was like really high up, Bryony Jones, I think her name was. And she said to me, if you want to work for the AA, when you're 21, give us a shout, we'll get you a job. Which is pretty much what happened. When I was 21, I left BMW, managed to get onto the AA, which was like dead man's boots. It was the job to have. It was good money, really, people didn't leave. They were like there for forever. You know, lived through it, retired, got a good pension, final salary pensions and everything. It was amazing, you know, really good. And I absolutely loved the ethics and the work. You were out there helping people. People were in trouble, you go into them. They were always happy to see you, fixing the cars, doing all the problems. And it was great. 26 years I stayed with the AA. But, you know, it didn't stay great forever. It was great for 10 years. And then they sold the company to Centrica and then all these other hedge funds and stuff, and the company got asset stripped. Everything was taken away. They didn't own anything. Bonuses came in, and then the whip came out, and, you know, cracking the whip, you've got to do this in this time, you've got to do so many jobs a day. Just impossible to work it. They tried to, I was on an old contract because like I said, I'd been there a good while, and they tried to buy my contract off me a few times and put me onto some new like contracts which were sell your soul to the devil, contractual overtime and all sorts of stuff like that. I was working really hard. I turned down all of this contractual changes and I managed to stick to my old contract, but it didn't go down well with the management. And yeah, they made my life quite difficult, to be fair. So again, I was earning more money when I started 26 years ago than when I finally left. When I left, yeah, 3 years ago now. But I did enjoy the job. It was great. And that's where the YouTube started. While I was working, 7 years ago, something like that, I was coming across loads of common faults, loads of things that were going on that you go to every day, and people had been waiting for a couple of hours, missed their appointments, missed their airplanes, and some of the faults that they were having were really simple stuff that you could just go there, fix in 5 minutes and they'd be on the way. If they just got a little bit of an insight into the problem, they could have done it themselves and been there and had no bother, not waited on the side of the motorway, the dangerous situations. So I started making videos on common faults of things that were going wrong that I'd see every day. And those faults and those videos still churn the videos now. They still get me loads of views because they are still really common faults. And every day I look at my computer and I get all these comments saying, thank you. You're a lifesaver. I didn't miss my appointment. I got to the hospital. Do you know, all of that stuff. And I love that. I really do love that. That's where it all started. But it got to a point 3 years ago where, I was grafting. I was grafting with the AA. I was doing 70 hours a week, overtime and all the rest of it. Then I was obviously making videos for the YouTube channel, which were taking up quite a bit of time. And also the coffee van, the My Coffee Journey, which is a part of the channel as well that we've got. My son went through university, Mason. He finished his course and really wanted to do a coffee van. And so we built the vans, we got that sorted, which again took a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I was helping Mason as well, because he can't work 7 days a week. So a couple of days a week, I help him out in the van so he can have a bit of time off. And yeah, and so I was doing that as well as all the other stuff. But the YouTube took off and it was paying me enough money to live off. So it was a no-brainer. I became ill. I ended up with this heart problem, which atrial fibrillation, and I had to go on the sick from the AA. So while I was on the sick, I had a lot of time to think, get myself sorted, get my life in order, and go, okay, it's time to let something go, look after yourself. The YouTube is paying me enough and I absolutely love it. And I can do it in my own sort of time, my own pace. I can help Mason out when he needs me to, just to give him, some time off of work so that he can have some time with his family. And also, yeah, I mean, it's paying me enough money to live on. And yeah, it was a no-brainer. So I did. I left the AA after 26 years. And I've never looked back. I've never looked back. I've continued to keep making the videos. I love making the videos. I'm churning them out as often as I can. Hopefully with some content that you enjoy. Some of them do well, some of them don't. That's just the nature of the beast. But I shall keep making them because I say I really enjoy it. And I love getting the comments and saying, how much I've helped, or how, you've been able to fix your cars, you've been able to fix things in your house or whatever. I've also got another son, Cayman, and he was a footballer. And as you'll see in some of the videos, I wear the Sheffield Wednesday kit. That was obviously when he was 16, he got signed by Sheff Wednesday. So I was travelling from Leicester to Sheffield 5 times a week, taking him for training and games and stuff like that. And he got loads and loads of kits. Obviously, they're all a bit old now because I'm going back, how many years? 7 years ago, something like that now, but they fit me. So I just wear all the old kits when I'm working in the garage and doing stuff. I sometimes have the Sheff Wednesday stuff on. So yeah, I know a lot of you have said, oh, you're a Sheff Wednesday fan. I did love the club. They were brilliant. It was a great time. We had a fantastic couple of years with them. Unfortunately, he got released and ended up playing for Mansfield Town. And then, that all went downhill when he broke his foot and his arms and everything else. But it was a great experience, and it set him off on his little journey, and he's doing really well for himself now as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things. As those that follow the channel, you'd have seen, we do some holiday videos. Myself, Cheryl, my wife, we go off on our holidays as you do, but I always film it and do reviews of the hotels, the resorts, the places, and I love that side of the channel as well. So the channel is very varied. We've got, the fixing, we've got the holidays, we've got some cycling. I love my bikes, I love riding, so there's some cycle stuff on there. There's house fixes, stuff around the house. Like I say, I've got a multitude of skills. Carpentry, plumbing, electrician skills. I love to do my stuff myself. I always try and DIY, build the carport. But it sometimes doesn't always go to plan. We have the odd little accident. It was all right. Also, we've got the tool reviews. So every now and again, companies approach me and say, if we send you this, we do a review on it. And I love doing that as well. It's great. If you've got any tools, if you're a tool company, send me through. Email addresses in the description below. Drop me an email. We can chat about that. It's always great to give a lot of the stuff away as well in the competitions for the channel viewers. Spread the love. Love getting these tools, scanners, code readers, and whatever, takes of interest. I shall make a video on it. It's not a problem. It's all varied, and I do enjoy doing that. I'm more than happy to do reviews on tools. And a lot of it goes down well, as you know. I love my tools. Can never have enough tools. A tradesman is nothing without his tools. That was one of my dad's old sayings, and I think that's very, very true. So when I was working back at Heritage in the Volvo dealership, I had some cracking guys down there. I was working with Big Dick, Richard Ingram, and Malk Blackwell. Well, Malky introduced me to his daughter, the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, and of course I had to marry her. Unfortunately for Malk, I bet he never thought that was going to happen. Cheers, Mal. But Cheryl, she's cracking. She's a great girl. You've seen her in the videos, on the holiday videos and stuff. Yeah. I can't thank you all enough for watching the videos and following the channel. It keeps me in a job, it keeps me in a living, and makes me able that I can continue to make the videos and keep the channel going. Like I say, I feel quite humbled that I'm able to do this. It is quite, it's amazing. I can't believe how it's come to me. I suppose that's really where I've got to end this. And just by saying that, again, thank you all once again for watching the videos. Please like, please subscribe. And if you want to make a channel, just go for it. Have a go, because it worked for me. It could work for you. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.